Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 5888 Ocean Interceptor. It has 222 pieces for ages 6 to 12, and it's from the Dino series, and this set retails for $34.99. And I would like to give a shout out to NinjaZilla980 and 7Bravo. They are the subscribers who had requested that I review this set, so everyone check out their channels. And moving forward, here in the front we can see that the guy missed, and here I was thinking and he was an ace pilot. Here on the side we have the minifigures, more on that later. And here in the back, it looks like you can have a lot of fun with this one. And I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the Dino heroes, and first up, it looks like a guy who used to own a parachute, because he's got that harness over there. And he has pretty nice details all over. There's the back. And here's his face where he is wearing shades. And he's not to be confused with the guy from the Alien Conquest Alien Defender. It's actually a different minifigure head. There's no alternate face on this one. And he's smiling like he enjoys being chased. Sorry, not my type. And as you can see, we only get one gun, so these two guys are going to have to share. And this guy will probably get to have it once he runs out of ammo. And you all recognize this guy, Mr. Sweaty. Sometimes I think he just looks like this in front of the camera. Otherwise, he's supposed to be a pretty good pilot because you see him fly everything in this series. And there we go. Here's a quick look at the Pteranodon. And before I say anything else, here's a quick comparison to the one from the Tower Takedown set. And as you can see, they're very similar. It's just that this one's in a green tea color theme, and that one's regular. And just like the other one, the top half of the head can move up and down. The wings can close up all the way, just like that. And they can open up all the way too, which looks a little weird. And personally, I like the Tower Takedown one better because, well, I think it looks better. This one looks kind of pissed off, kind of like the Incredible Hulk, which probably explains why he's chasing the guy on the jet boat. Anyway, moving on. And finally, we have the Ocean Interceptor, and this thing is really cool. It's got a really good size too. It's not too big and not too small, and it's easy to hold when you want to play with it. I think for starters, I'll show you what this thing looks like all around before I get into more details about the playabilities. And here it is from the side. Really nice shape too. There's the back. There's the top. The only thing I don't like is that these parts are really long. I think it would have been better if it was just a little smaller. And up here we have a flick fire missile. You get one shot, so make it count, although I wouldn't bet your life on it. There's the front. Looks pretty nice. And there's the bottom, where we have the net. I'll explain that later. For now, let's take a look at the cockpit. Okay, starting with the cockpit, this can open up, and it's pretty roomy. You can either fit your minifigure in there on the last 4 studs, or the first 4. I prefer the first 4 because you can have him lean back a little bit, and it looks better when you look at it from the front. See? His eyes are just leveled with that. And up here we have a button, and when you push that, it will release this net over here. Now in the instruction book, they tell you to just roll it up and leave it in there, although it'll always come out like that. There's really nothing you can do about it. And it just hangs there, and basically when you're flying right over the Pteranodon, you press this button up here, and it will release the net for you, which looks like that. Not very effective. And here's a closer look at the net. You have these 2 flick fire type missiles holding it together. And then when you want to load it back, you gotta take one and stick it on this side. And then you'll notice that the lights are facing that direction. And you want to put the other one either the same way or the other way, like this. And that's how it's all held together. So it's not very effective at keeping the net inside the plane. In fact, I think it's better off that since you're on a rescuing mission over here, you're better off telling your friend to just jump in the water and you just swoop down and scoop them up, along with some fishies too. This way you have something to eat. Wouldn't that be nice? And this back part here is really neat too. Let me explain why. In the back of the plane is where you can attach this little jet ski or jet boat, whatever you like to call it. And it's a really simple design, and that's a printed piece that you see over there. And there's the back. And you can attach your minifigure any way you like, either sitting or standing, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. The only thing is that when he is standing, you can't really attach him to the plane in the back there because, well, he doesn't fit. See? You can, however, have him sit down in the first 4 studs, and he'll fit just right. Okay, and here's an example. There we go, he just made it. Really doesn't move after that, it's pretty solid. Although I think what's really cool is that you can put the jet ski without the minifigure, and this thing can kind of fold upwards like that. And that looks really neat. It actually looks like it's part of the plane. I'm not sure if that was the intention, but that is just so cool. I think someday if I were to make my own original creation for an airplane, I might have to incorporate this little idea here. It's really neat. Although honestly, my plate is pretty full at the moment. I'm still trying to work on the A10 and F14 because I have pretty big plans for it later on. But anyway, for the most part, this is really awesome. And now on to the recommendations. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty decent set. When it comes to the value though, it's really bad. We're looking at 15.8 cents a piece. The Pteranodon itself is worth like $8, and we have an exclusive minifigure over here, so you might get a nice price for him. But still, with those two aside, the value is almost even. Still pretty bad though. And I only recommend it if you can get it for like a huge discount or a nice coupon. Okay, and plus, this thing is an exclusive for Toys R Us, and they have it marked up to $40, which is crazy, so you might watch out for that. When it comes to play value, it's really good. I'd say it's pretty excellent because you have the jet ski and the guy who needs help. Personally, I prefer this to be a chick. This way I'm more motivated to save her, but this is okay. And we have the Pteranodon trying to take a bite out of him. We got the net. We have the play features over here, which you saw earlier. And this thing is easy to hold, to play with, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. But like I said, you should only get it if you can get it for like a huge discount. Preferably at least 30% off. And that's it. That sums up my review. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.